straight ahead on CCX News.
We just want to stay close to home, so it's nice to have it out here.
Brooklyn Park's first brewery and tap room is now open. Plus, a Brooklyn Park family on a mission to find a cure for a disease that impacts 15,000 children every year. But after dig out number 1, we get ready for dig out number 2. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone and thanks for joining us. A sizable snowfall blanketed the Northwest Metro overnight and another one is on the way.
How much did we get and how do we stack up this winter? Eric Nelson found out. He has some answers.
Today was a big dig for residents in the northwest suburbs.
I got the music running, it's fine. It's like a morning workout.
New Hope's Sal Nieto spent part of the morning shoveling snow as he dug out from a potent storm that dropped 3 to 5 inches in an area stretching from Maple Grove to Golden Valley.
So I went to a meeting last night around 6 o'clock. I got out of there around 9. By the time I got out, it was like a ghost town. You know, everything's covered. It was just pretty surreal.
Yeah.
So that it's both cool but unsettling at the same time.
Thanks to the fresh flakes, Twin Cities winter snow totals are now more than 40 inches.
Right now we're at 40.3 and we've got all of March to go and the storm on Saturday, tomorrow and Sunday, so we'll add to that total.
The Northwest Metro has already topped last season's snow amounts.
Last year we had for the whole season only 36.
I know a lot of people complain about it, but it's like, oh, we live here, what do you expect?
The good news for those clearing driveways and sidewalks is that they didn't have to deal with Arctic cold. Temps were near freezing all day. Of course, all this snow is great news if you're into winter sports. Elm Creek was a popular place today for cross-country skiers.
I did a loop around here, and then they have some really nice back trails that head out into the woods. So I took off and went into the woods a little bit, and there was all the snow on the trees, and it was peaceful and really serene, so it's been a great morning.
Elm Creek resembled a winter wonderland.
I like seasons.
And skiers took advantage of the fresh powder and postcard-like setting.
I am enjoying it.
Meanwhile, forecasters predict a second blast of snow on Saturday, which means more digging out.
Looks like more tomorrow afternoon and evening. Another good shot. Could be anywhere from 5 to 8 inches the way it looks right now.
In Maple Grove, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
According to New Hope weather watcher Steve Reckers, Thursday snowfall totals were the second most this season behind January's storm that dumped up to 10 inches in some spots.
So this is becoming a busy week for snowplow drivers who have just finished cleaning out from Thursday night snow. They'll be at it again this weekend with more on the way. For example, in Brooklyn Park, Public Works officials say they may have to do a full citywide plowing twice this weekend, depending on how much snow actually falls. Plow drivers are expected on main roads first and residential streets early Sunday morning, and they could be back early Monday if the snow reaches as much as 10 inches. In Plymouth, plowing also starts Saturday on the main roads and then moves to residential streets. A complete citywide plow takes 8 to 10 hours. The city will announce the timing of a full city plow on Facebook, Twitter, and the city's e-notification system. Of course, no matter where you live, all usual winter parking rules and snow emergencies are in effect.
The Brooklyn Park City Council will take a look at fencing for homeowners who live along the proposed Bottineau light rail route on West Broadway. The fencing would be 6 feet tall and installed on residential property lines between 73rd and 93rd Avenues. It's part of the West Broadway reconstruction project. Plans call for the installation to be paid for by the LRT project. Estimated cost is close to $2 million. The idea is to provide residents with a buffer from a trail that will be built along West Broadway.
General Mills is taking a big gamble, an $8 billion gamble on pet food. The Golden Valley Company has announced a deal to buy Blue Buffalo pet products. Purchase will make General Mills one of the top natural pet food companies in the country. According to Nielsen Research, consumers spent $20 billion on pet care in 2017, $10 billion of which was on dog food. The deal is expected to close by the end of the year. The Brooklyn Park family is on a mission to find a cure for juvenile diabetes.
The chronic condition can be hard to control and is sometimes fatal. Reporter Sonia Goins has more.
6-year-old Isaiah McCoy is a very rambunctious first grader.
Woo, there you go, buddy.
Who likes to play basketball.
I got really good over the past year.
6 months ago, his parents noticed a change in his daily routine. He was very thirsty and drinking a lot and using the bathroom more than normal.
We had to stop 5 times in a 2.5-hour drive, so I thought he had had a urinary tract infection.
But doctors discovered something much more serious, type 1 diabetes.
When something like this just comes about out of the blue, it's really scary.
Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease and is hereditary.
My grandfather had it, and so he had type 1 as well, where he had to do the insulin shots.
People with type 1 diabetes don't produce insulin, the hormone needed to convert food into energy.
It's life-changing.
Isaiah now gets his insulin through injections.
How many shots a day do you get? 4 shots a day, 1 before each meal and then 1 before bedtime.
Every piece of food Isaiah eats has to be calculated.
He gets 1 unit of insulin per 20 grams of carbs that he eats in a meal.
It's called a test strip. It checks my blood.
And although Isaiah is only 6, he's become an expert at checking his blood sugar levels.
An average of 8 finger pokes a day, 4 shots a day, and this is every day for the rest of our life.
He's also learned to recognize the symptoms.
He'll tell us, like, you know, I'm not feeling well, or I feel a little lightheaded.
Type 1 diabetes can cause nerve damage, blindness, and kidney disease if left unchecked.
I think it was more scary for us than it was for him, you know, in the beginning, us adapting, because it seemed like he adapted well.
What's the name of your walk team?
The family is determined to find a cure.
Isaiah's Avengers.
They're participating in a walk to raise money for research. More than 30 people are on Isaiah's team.
Being that he is so young, we're very hopeful that at some point in his lifetime, he'll see a cure.
Meanwhile, amazing Isaiah is not letting diabetes stop him.
Even if you have diabetes, you can do anything.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Isaiah and his family are participating in the JDRF One Walk at the Mall of America on Saturday. If you'd like to donate or you want some more information, you can check out our website at ccxmedia.org. Still ahead on CCX News, the locals line up to get their first taste of Brooklyn Park's first brewery.
Plus, it's a rematch as Wayzata and Blake go head-to-head in the section boys hockey playoffs.
But first, one more winter wallop. More snow Saturday evening makes for a weekend workout of shoveling. We'll be right back. At the box office, Black Panther is continuing its run at the top, and a group of students will see it in Plymouth this weekend for free.
Imagine Willow Creek Theaters is footing the bill for more than 100 students from North Minneapolis and Edison High School to enjoy the Black Panther movie along with some popcorn and soda on Sunday afternoon. Minnesota Lynx player Rebecca Brunson is also bringing a group of kids to the private showing. It's part of a special community outreach program called Cinema for a Cause.
These kids clearly wouldn't have a chance to see this, and it's a great opportunity for us. You know, it's all about the magic of movies and escaping from our lives and going and seeing something cool, living through someone else's experiences on the big screen.
And the kids will watch the complimentary movie in style. The theater has leather recliners, and the cost of a ticket plus concessions is valued at around $20. Brooklyn Park's first brewery is officially open.
As reporter Shannon Slatton explains, a host of well-wishers came out to see what Blue Wolf Brewing Company had to offer.
When Blue Wolf Brewing Company officially opened for business on Thursday afternoon,
hey, Brooklyn Park.
It was about as soft an opening as you could get.
I saw they're opening up and decided on my way home from work I'd stop by and try it out.
A sign in the window and a post on social media was all it took to pack the place minutes after the doors opened.
I saw this morning after I was delivering that they were opening today at 3 o'clock, and I called him because he's that kind of guy.
I'll be there at 3:30.
It's been a long journey for the 3 owners to open up shop right off 85th Avenue and Highway 252. They just passed their final inspection 2 weeks ago, but 2 weeks was all it took to turn out the first few batches.
IPA is really good.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah. The Wolf Cry Rye Ale, and it's very good.
American Bitter, and I like it a lot.
Absolutely, they're amazing.
Many people who stopped by on Thursday afternoon live near here.
This is close to home for me, so it's great.
And they are more than excited about a neighborhood brewery and tap room. This couple can walk here.
We don't want to go into the busy downtown or, northeast. We just want to stay close to home.
The owners want this to be a cozy and convenient gathering place for neighbors and friends, which was definitely the vibe on day one.
Oh, we'll be back on a weekly basis.
In Brooklyn Park, Shannon Slatton, CCX News.
Still ahead, one of America's favorite creepy families, the Addams, makes an appearance at Cooper High School.
But first, rivals Maple Grove and Osseo battle as the Section Boys hockey playoffs get started. John Jacobson is in next.
And he slams the door shut.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. As the snow fell Thursday night, the Section Boys hockey playoffs heated up indoors. Two big rivals met up as Osseo faced Maple Grove in the Section 5AA quarterfinals. A turnover here cost Osseo. Matthew Jago's shot is stopped, but Tyler Kostelecki knocks the rebound in, and Maple Grove gets on the board just over 2.5 minutes into the game. That's Kostelecki on the rush, and he fires from the right circle to score his second straight goal. The Crimson lead at 2-0 after the first period. Second period, and Ryan Brandt hits the crossbar. Alex Zedelik puts the rebound in, and Maple Grove is in command with a 3-0 lead over Osseo through two. Jaglo gets the only goal of the third on a power play as he snaps a wrist shot home here. Maple Grove eliminates Osseo 4-0. They'll face Blaine in the semifinals Saturday at 5 o'clock at the Ice Forum in Champlin. Also in Section 5AA, Champlin Park facing Anoka. Scoreless late in the first period until Anoka's Carter Perry snaps his shot home. It's 1-0. Tornadoes get a 5-minute power play and score twice before intermission. Alex Heidenreich batting in the rebound there. Make it 3-0. Second period, Heidenreich, the redirect goal. It's 4-0 Anoka. Tommy Jensen with a nice pass to Zach Jurdy. He finishes top corner with the backhand. Tornadoes win it 5-0, eliminating Champlin Park. In Section 6AA, Wayzata is the two-time defending section champion. The Trojans are the number 3 seed this season. They hosted Blake at the Plymouth Ice Center in the quarterfinals. Colin Schmidt wins a face-off to himself, slides to Luke Fairchild. He stopped Schmidt there, though, for the rebound. It's 1-0 Wayzata after one period. Face-offs are important. Schmidt wins the draw back to Michael North. His slap shot finds the net. The Trojans are up 2-0. Later in the second period, Wayzata on the power play. Griffin Ness to Tyler Dingman. He scores to give the Trojans a 3-0 lead through two. But Blake isn't out of it. Down 3-1. They'll score here as Joe Miller puts the rebound away. The Bears are within a goal at 3-2. Wayzata responds with a 2-on-1 rush. Joel Matthews sets up Ness for the goal. Each team scores once more. Wayzata moves on with a 5-3 win. They'll play Cretin-Derham Hall in the semifinals Saturday afternoon at Bloomington Ice Garden. St. Louis Park and Benilde St. Margaret's are big rivals in hockey, and the Orioles and Red Knights were matched up in a Section 6AA quarterfinal game at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, the rink the teams share. Benilde scores first, but then in the second period, the Orioles tie it. Riley Dvorak slams home the rebound off of Willie Basil's shot. It's a power play goal in the 1-1 game. And it stays that way until the game's final 30 seconds. Sam Baker passes out front to Jonathan Sorensen, who scores the game-winning goal. Park celebrates a 2-1 win. They'll play top-seeded Edina Saturday night in Bloomington. The Breck girls hockey team is back in the state tournament for the first time in 6 years. After an easy quarterfinal round win Wednesday, the Mustangs took on Proctor Hermantown Friday morning in the Class A semifinals. Breck's Gabby Billing picks up the loose puck, feeds Emily Zumwinkle for the goal. 1-0 Mustangs after one. They break it open in the second period. Lucy McGlynn to Ashley Halverson in the slot. That's a power play goal, and it's 2-0 Mustangs. Allie Qualley has good vision. She'll drop the pass back here to the circle. Zumwinkle with a big drive gets through traffic for a goal. 3-0 Mustangs. McGlynn looks up ice and banks it ahead to Shay Misner for the breakaway. Her first try is stopped, but she'll tuck the rebound in for a 4-0 lead. Breck rolls to a 6-0 win, and they move into Saturday's championship game against Warroad. Live boys basketball tonight, Friday on CCX, as Armstrong hosts Champlin Park in a Northwest Suburban Conference game. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Up next, Strange, Deranged, and now on stage.
America's favorite creepy family is back when we return.
And finally, they're creepy and they're kooky, they're mysterious and spooky.
And ooky, too.
Yes.
All together. You know the song, right? Yes, they are the Addams Family, and they're on stage at Cooper High School in today's weekend showcase. Here's Neil Persley.
When you're an Addams, you need to have a little moonlight.
America's favorite dysfunctional family comes to life at Cooper High School as they bring the Addams Family on stage for an evening of creepy fun. With every Addams Family member being an icon of their own, every participant in this production has big character shoes to fill. Junior Lucy Weld slinks into the subtle role of the mysterious matriarch, Morticia.
It was really tough for me to play because she's very stern and strict and in control, and I'm not that way in real life. It's a lot harder for me to let go and be that way.
Time flies and the kids are growing up. Little Wednesday is now a young woman with a boyfriend and is trying to find a way to break it to her parents that they want to get married. Morticia is not pleased.
She is a healthy young woman like you are, like you are. She could even fall in love and get married, like you did.
Don't be ridiculous, Gomez. I'm much too young to have a married daughter.
Jimmy Whitcomb plays Fester, who kinda comes off as a creepy Cupid.
Let's not talk about anything else but love.
In this show, he's the narrator. He tries to make everyone fall in love with each other again because that's kind of his thing. He's like, I want everyone to love. And he kind of tries to orchestrate people coming together and loving each other.
Not to be overlooked are the cast members playing the ancestors and ghosts. I really like them. They contribute mightily to the visual presence, and the grand dance numbers couldn't be done without them. Overall, I give the Addams Family an A and an F for Addams Family for Weekend Showcase. From Cooper High School, Neil Persley, CCX News.
And the Addams Family is on stage at the Cooper High School Theater Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. and then next Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yes, you just want to do that.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday starting at 4 o'clock.